Whether you have a diagnosis or not, I don't care. Jump inside this podcast and I'm going to teach you how to read your own blood work so you can find the answers to your health concerns. Yes, those normal labs that your doctor keeps saying, oh, they look great, we'll see you again in 6 months. They really have answers in them if you know how to read it correctly. So come join me along this journey, leave a review, and share with your friends. Let's dive in. What health coaching certification program do I recommend? I get this question asked all the time. Well, I've finally vetted them out, and the one program that outshines all others is Functional Diagnostic Nutrition, or FDN. There are 3 reasons why. 1, it's very clinically based and teaches labs. I myself turned down a master's degree in functional medicine because it didn't teach labs. 2, you have lifetime access and it always gets updated. This is important because things change and you need to be in the know. 3, when you complete the training on your timeline, they have an incredible post-grad community. So they don't just kick you out on the streets and say, good luck. If you've been thinking about receiving your health coaching certification or are a practitioner looking to branch out and scale a virtual practice, now is the time. Make 2023 your year. Do this for you, your family, and those you're about to help. Go to fdntraining.com/Dr. Kylie. Check the show notes for a $250 off code available for a limited time. I am happy to announce that I have partnered with Functional Diagnostic Nutrition because I love their program so much. They are now the podcast sponsor. All right, let's get into the podcast episode. Here we go. Pay attention because in the next 10 minutes, if that, we're going to cover 4 reasons why your thyroid is still struggling. And when you know these 4 reasons, you know how to heal your thyroid. Let me give you a hint. You're going to heal your thyroid by not treating your thyroid. That's the funny part about it. All right? Ready? Here we go. Let's lock it in. I'm about to teach you what I learned in an entire 3-day seminar on just the thyroid in 5 minutes. Okay? So if you have thyroid problems, if you know someone who has thyroid problems, if you feel like you do, and even though your labs are normal, stick around. If you, let's say you can't lose weight, you're fatigued, your brain is not functioning, you're cold when other people around you are not, all the things, all those are thyroid things that stick around because this is going to be mind-blowing for you. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, why hasn't anybody sent this to me before? Or you've been around me for a while. It might be a refresher. But when we think about the thyroid, this little tiny gland right here in our throat, it's pretty important because it produces a hormone that talks to every single cell in our bodies. That hormone is called T3, but it's the very bottom of the totem pole. We're going to think about your thyroid as a piece of a system. And that system has 3 key components, H, P, and T. H stands for hypothalamus, it's part of your brain. P stands for pituitary. It's a very, very important gland. I don't want to put one's better than the other, but it's pretty important. And it rarely gets paid attention to. The thyroid is a gland that gets the most attention in our entire body. Okay, so H talks to P, P talks to T. And the way P talks to T is through a hormone called TSH. Thyroid stimulating hormone. It's the number 1 marker for thyroid lab testing. There's just one catch. TSH is not a thyroid marker. It is a pituitary marker. So if you only have TSH in your lab testing, ask your doctor to get other markers, in which I'm going to show you on this example. Okay, now TSH in any given lab range is 0.5 to 5.5. That's the normal range. I want to see it, the functional range, which according to Dr. Datis Karazian is 1.8 to 3. That's my sweet spot. So if your TSH is less than 1.8 or greater than 3, we have to think about, okay, why is the pituitary P having a hard time producing the right amount of TSH. And there's two reasons for this. The lovely word stress and the other lovely word inflammation. This is directly impacting your thyroid. Now, if you were to say to me, Kylie, you need to de-stress your life. That's not happening. So I don't want to sit here and tell you to do the same thing when I can't do that myself. But what we can do is we can figure out what is on the inside of our body that's causing stress and then remove it. Because chances are whatever is on the inside of our body causing stress also going to be leading to inflammation. Now, if we get rid of both of these things at one time, boom, not only do we feel better, we get rid of that lovely word inflammation, and our pituitary feels good. It's now producing the right amount of TSH, which then goes and talks to the thyroid. But before we jump onto the thyroid here, we got to figure out, how do I find this internal stress or internal source of inflammation? And it's found inside your CBC, the complete blood cell count. We'll get to that in a later video. But if you are like, forget it, I want to know my answers right now, stick around because I'm going to give you that option in just a few more minutes. But this, especially for all scenarios of health concerns, is, in my opinion, the lab test worth the price of gold. So even if you have a thyroid problem, or if you have an autoimmune disease, or whatever else your story may be sure your doctor is ordering the most standard blood test there is known to mankind, the complete blood cell count. And make sure it is with differential. Your doctor will know what that is. If you've been around me for long enough, you probably know what that is already too. Okay, that's the lab test worth the price of gold. So don't just say, well, I need my thyroid checked. Your thyroid is just one piece of a system. It is one piece of your health puzzle. And as you can already see, you need to know more pieces to figure out why your thyroid is still having problems. All right. Now, pituitary releases TSH, talks to T. T produces T4. That T4 has to get converted into T3. The reason why you care about your T3 is because T3 goes out to every single cell in the body and it communicates with it. It tells it things like, hey, speed up your metabolism so we can lose weight, or control your body temperature so you're not freezing all the time, or hey, brain, let's fire so we can actually function, you know? It tells your hair to grow healthy and strong. It tells your nails to grow healthy and strong. Like T3 is important, but again, it's the bottom of the totem pole. It's also where medications are targeted. So we get a thyroid medication, it's typically T3, sometimes T4, sometimes a combination of it. But we're saying, okay, we're going to take this medication and I'm going to shut up everything upstream because I already have T3, I already have the end result. So hypothalamus quit talking to the pituitary, and the pituitary quit talking to the thyroid, which is why we see people on medication with their TSH down at like 0.1, like it doesn't even exist. You want to take that route, fine. It's okay with me. It's okay with you. But there are other ways. Okay. Now, T4 gets converted into T3 in two places: your gut and your liver. So if your gut's not running smoothly, meaning one bowel movement a day or at least more than that, or your liver is too busy fighting off other things and never getting to converting the T4 into T3, we're going to have some major problems. You're going to get your blood work and your T3 is going to be in the toilet and your doctor's going to say, oh, we need to up your medication. When in reality, we have some other things we got to fix. And after listening to this, you're like, wait a second, I've been on thyroid medication for 20 years and you're telling me that I don't need it? Is it possible to get off of it? Up to you. Here's the 4 reasons why your thyroid is still having problems. 1, we haven't dealt with the internal stress, which is also the internal source of inflammation. We also haven't fixed your gut, and we haven't helped your liver out. Do those 4 things and watch as your thyroid just magically starts feeling better, functioning better. That's all that can happen. And when you approach it from, hey, my thyroid's just a piece of the story. I need to know all of the pieces. Let me give you an example with this. I was working with a patient who was actually in Canada, and she had 3 kids, but all 3 kids were a big time struggle to get. And she just figured 4 was never going to come. It was not on their plate. I got an email a few months into our treatment plan that I had created for her saying that she was pregnant. And there is no way on earth this was possible except for what we were doing with her health. Okay, the thyroid is just one piece of a system. It's one piece of your story. Get all the pieces, and your health will start becoming what you really want it to be. If you're ready to take the jump, I announced this last week. It became very popular option, so I opened up more spots. Okay, there are more spots available if you jump in before the end of this month, the next week, in which I will read your labs personally. I will personally read your blood work, create you a supplement plan and a treatment plan based upon how you feel and your blood work. It's going to be a 6-month timeline. We will then get you all of the supplements that you need. Why? Because there's major back order problems with supplements. So if we order them all right now, you'll have them over the next 6 months so that come summertime, you get to do something fun. You get to do something in which your health has stopped you from doing, because your health won't stop you from doing it anymore. So plan something fun this summer. If you are interested, say me in the comments below or shoot me a message, and I will get you the Calendly link to my schedule, in which we will have a 20-minute conversation, make sure this program is right for you, and then let's jump in. Okay, all 8 seats that I opened up last week are gone. I'm opening up more of them. We have till the end of the month, as I've opened up availability for me to read these blood works and help you in February. So comment me fast. I'll shoot you the message, or my team will. We'll get you on my schedule. It will be a phone call. Unless you're international, we can go Zoom, and let's get you rolling. Okay. Now this program is typically $4,500. Right now, it's only $3,500. That includes the personalized lab report, me reading it, your supplement calendar, the treatment plan, and all of the supplements included, plus email support along the way. All right, it's time for you to say yes to transforming your health. It's time for you to have the summer you want to have. If you're like me, I have a 5-year-old and 2-year-old. We only get 18 summers with our kids. Make this one the best one yet. Talk to you soon. The health coaching certification program that I recommend is Functional Diagnostic Nutrition, or FDN. You can get started anytime. So grab the $250 off code from the show notes and go to fdntraining.com/Dr. Kylie and get started. Don't wait any longer. Make 2023 your year. Do this for you, your family, and for those you're about to help. fdntraining.com/Dr. Kylie. Ready to have all of your blood work compiled in one location where you can easily read it all together? Well, go grab my book, Why Are My Labs Normal, on Amazon. Grab it, learn how to read your own labs, and take the power back in your hands, because your normal blood work is loaded with answers. You just got to have the right person reading it, and the right person can be you. Go grab it on Amazon, Why Are My Labs Normal by Dr. Kylie Burton. Leave a review, and we'll see you on the next episode.